Saturday live session with John, but John today is not available, and he will be available today and from tomorrow with the Friday live session with the Sylvia Trad. And we will talk about another choice of our brand ambassador. We have one color each, and we will show you how they work with many subjects. We have the color chosen from Giovanni, my husband. There is Bandic Brown. Then we have Buffy with her transparent red oxide. Then Ashley with Piemontite Genuine. Bernick with Moonglow. Angela with Green Apatite Genuine. Dani is our follower from Europe, and she will do the burnt umber. Then there will be Praful with the Indigo, and maybe Sabine, our brand ambassador from Switzerland, with the Phenacridone Pink. So let's start with my top cam. And this is Giovanni's choice. So he chose the Bandic Brown. Bandic Brown is available in 15 ml and then also in 5 ml. And the 5 ml you may find also in Angus Master Artist set. So you will find here Bandic Brown. So Giovanni has chosen the Bandic Brown because in the last session he showed you the Naples Yellow. So it's a very good companion for Naples Yellow and Bandic Brown to work together. And he did some catches here. So he did a column, so the architecture painting with the Naples Yellow and doing the shadow, a very light glaze of shadow. Then he did a tree with the branches with the phenacridone gold here. Maybe here you can see, and some leaf and over the top. Then he glazed many times because he used the Bandic Brown as a background, as a grisaille before the lamp-black. And then he has shown that he can use the Bandic Brown with other color. In combination with cerulean blue, you can paint an undersea tones, so tone under the water. Or with the Perinon Orange, you can paint some desert tone you may find in the Colorado or in Australia. And so this is the shade of Bandic Brown. And then you have the same, you have some tones that are lightened from the sun. And so you have the Naples Yellow here, and then the brown, the Bandic Brown over it. And then you have some tone with some green, something you may find in a forest. And this green is a mix of undersea green and sap green. And then some autumn effect, also with other tone, with phenacridone gold, mix it already with the Bandic Brown. And then for those who love to eat something, you may paint a dark chocolate cake and have some slice, for example, forest cake, or paint some coffee bean, roasted coffee bean, here with the transparent red, and then Bandic Brown. And then he did a soft glaze with the Bandic Brown shading with the white and do the mixes over the paper. I can maybe show you also one choice that usually I do with that Bandic Brown. There is, after the glaze, because Bandic Brown is very dark, I can paint also, I can add some interference. This is my choice, the interference gold. Oh, just over it. And so you may see some sparkling. This is how the interference gold can work with this. And also maybe here.
Oh, this color is gorgeous.
And I'm hungry now too.
That mix is gorgeous, Letty.
Yes.
Thank you. I hope you may see the interference gold.
Yes, we can. Yes.
So the interference is very, very transparent into white, because if you do a glaze into the white, you cannot see it. But with the dark tone under, you see the gold. Okay,
Yeah.
that is lovely. You can paint something. So, and also I can show you some glaze of this
A Van Dyke brown. Yeah.
on the brown. This is a granulating color. It flows very well in the water, like this. And when I add some maple yellow, there is this companion. The yellow push the the Van Dyck brown away, because the maple yellow is a little bit bulky. But I can go back with the brown over the yellow. Oh, and that is. So I can show you also mixing the Van Dyck brown again with the white, just to have a pastel tone. Maybe here, let me see. Again, I can maybe here. You may create many shade of this. You can explore, but Van Dyck brown is a cool brown. So it's a blend of pigment brown 7. So I can give some minutes to Bappi. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Letty.
Thank you, Letty.
Thank you. Let me change cameras. Here we go. Okay, so the color that I chose was transparent red oxide. It also comes in 5 ml and 15 ml. And here is my swatch and scape book where I swatch out my favorite color recipes and then just do a scape. And here it is with French ultramarine mixed with quinacridone red, with Hansa yellow light, Prussian green, and then look at that beautiful Payne's gray mix. And then you can see how using the transparent red oxide as a base for your color mixes then creates a bit of a harmony. I also do some nature paintings, and the transparent red oxide gives little color bumps, and it can behave a lot like lunar earth because of how granulating it is. Here, for instance, you can see how rich and how it pops off the page. So it helps create not only a glowing red at times, but also a value bump. Here you can see how it stands out in a little building. Here you can see it more emphasized on some palm trees. Again, like right here, how bold it can be, and then also how subdued it can become. Bold, and then more subdued, and then a little color punch on my little bird. Here, the transparent red oxide is in my branches. So again, the dark value comes in. And then just some more landscapes I did. This one was a plein air that I got in a desert environment, so everything was drying so fast. So I tried to save it with French ultramarine and transparent red oxide. But also today I did this one, and this one I used the transparent red oxide as a base color, like I showed you the very first one. And so in similar way, I used the transparent red oxide in all of my colors and then painted it. So you wouldn't think that this is inherently a transparent red oxide painting, but every single color here has it mixed in. And that is why you can see the lovely granulation. None of the other colors were granulating. So all that texture is thanks to the transparent red oxide.
I love
And
these blossoms. Are they almond blossoms?
they were, I think that they're called sand cherry blossoms or plum blossoms. I'm not quite sure. They're so abstract now, it can be whatever you want. And then on my dot card, all of these colors are my like nature inspired colors, and you can see how transparent red oxide blends in with them. So really, really quick, I was just going to show you guys. I think I have a minute left.
Yes. A minute and 30 seconds, Buffy.
Oh, you know what? I could do a whole painting, right? Okay, I'll go fast. Really quick. I just wanted to show you guys how it behaves. So, see how it spreads? And then the Payne's Gray was a really pretty color to mix with it. I think my colors got a little saturated. Let's see. Here's the Piemontite, which will be Ashley's color, I believe.
Yes.
Here's the enviro-friendly brown iron oxide, which I think they get along so beautifully. I'll go really fast. I just wanted to show you how such a bold, saturated color, how it gets along with other colors. Here's some of the new manganese violet. Manganese violet gets along with all of our browns. Here's a little bit of, let's put some, really quick, some French ultramarine. And you can see how you can just, I don't know why or how these oxides are so beautiful, but any of your colors, if there's oxide in it, it's definitely worth trying out because the way that it gets along with other colors is so exciting and it will neutralize your other colors as well. So thank you for letting me share, guys.
Thank you, Buffy.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
So
That
cool.
color is one of my faves as well.
Thank you.
Okay, so as you can see, today my color is Piemontite. I used to say Piemontite because it makes I do word association and I was trying to think like pie, apple pie. It looks like apple pie, Piemontite. So anyway, Piemontite. Gosh, this color. So I do pet portraits. And this color, this color is so fantastic for those tongues and noses and ears and anything that needs that depth and that granulation. And as you can see, you can swatch it on many different surfaces and it just looks different. So here we've got kind of a rough pebbly paper. These are all cold. Well, these two are soft press, Fabriano soft press, but this one's 300 pounds, whereas this one is the 140 pound. And and then how much water you use if you do any lifting. So this one, if you do any lifting, you're left with this beautiful dark granulation. I can't get over it. You can see the granulation here. And if you use a hair dryer, it almost freezes your granulation and doesn't allow it to settle down into those nooks and crannies of the paper. So I always encourage my students, maybe just let it settle as naturally as you can and don't freeze the granulation in place. And then really quick, here's some mixtures that I have done. And you can see here's the gouache. I'm not going to get into the gouache, but it does come in gouache and you can see mass tone. Let me scooch that over a little bit. You can see mass tone with a little bit of water added and then like really dry brush. And then here's the watercolor really watered down. So you can see how I could use that for tongues and things that need that pink. And yes, Letty, it does come in stick form. So it comes in stick, comes in 15 mil. Here's the gouache. And there you have it. And I don't know, does it come in 5 mil? Somebody will have to answer that. Okay, I'm trying to go quick, and so my brain is like freaking out. So here is another swatch, and you can see the range all the way from light to dark. And then also really quick, hot press paper. And you can see how the granulation kind of doesn't know where to go. When you don't have any texture, the granulation kind of just has to sit somewhere. And I love it. I'm here for it. Let me give you a quick example. This is actually from a demo I did, my last demo. This is a dog that I painted, and I'll zoom back out. But here in the ear, that's Piemontite. And I mixed, see, I'm still saying Piemontite. I'm going to say Piemontite till the end of time, so we'll just get used to it now. I believe I mixed it with neutral tint, which is what this is here. I love neutral tint. I use it in stick form. This is my beloved. It has a hole in the center because I use it very dry with a tiny brush. And I love, look at this deep, dark grape color that you can get. Like, oh, it's lovely. And then here's mixed with quinacridone red, transparent red oxide, Buffy. Nickel azo yellow gives you this gorgeous, almost yellow ochre, but it has, let's just lift this up. Look at the granulation and the separation. And these ones are fun too. Here's with Letty's favorite color, Sodalite Genuine and King's Royal Blue. Guys, look at that. This was only the first time I've done that today. Like I literally did that just for today and I was like, why have I not done this before? Look at that beautiful color. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. And Anna, it does look like a super long tongue. Let me show you an example of how I have used it. So here's a tongue. And every time you do an animal, especially dogs with that big old tongue lolling out of the mouth, there's always this dark area in the mouth. It's like this deep dark red. And so I'll use a little bit of the Piemontite in the mouth. Neutral tint does not turn colors opaque, Pam. It is very transparent. And then here's another example of tongues. Got it right there inside the mouth. Maybe a little bit. Sometimes I'll use it on ears. Here's one where I've used it with neutral tint for this beautiful nose. Yeah, that's a fun one. I'll zoom out. This is all Piemontite here and in the ears.
They're so
You can-
emotive.
You can, yeah, thank you. This is Leo. And Leo is a very serious dog. So, yeah, that's what I have to say about that. Thank you.
Thank you. Beautiful color.
Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you.
That's Dyck.
Hello, guys. It's a pleasure always to be here on Thursdays. Tonight I chose Moonglow. You already know Moonglow. I didn't do anything with the Moonglow in itself. So as you know, it comes in a tube, in a stick. I also have it in enhanced secondary mixing set, which is also my profile here. I'm so proud of it. It's in the set. So it's a Moonglow, it's buff titanium, and some other 3 colors. Tonight I did, before coming to live, I did mixes and I tried this beautiful, I think it became very beautiful, mixing Moonglow with new colors. The reason I did it is for other people to see how it could be mixed and how it could look, and for them to choose much easier. Let's say, for example, here, I did Moonglow mixing 50% with the Joan Brilliant #1, and I really love this gray looking color. It also came with a little bit of granulation. Another one is Moonglow with Cobalt Green Deep, which is a new color of Daniel Smith. Then I also love this mix. It's Moonglow mixed with Manganese Violet. In here, I put this color just to see the combination, how it looks. Here it is 70% of Joan Brilliant with the Moonglow, and I also love this one, same as this. Here I mixed Moonglow with Coral Reef, which is also a new color. Here I used Moonglow with Earthy Light Red. And I really love all of these mixes. In this part, I just played with the leftover of colors, and I love this granulation. It came from this mix and this mix. I put a little bit of water here. It made a little bit of granulation. I really love it. Another way how I would suggest to use the Moonglow is, for example, when I do a portrait, I would definitely use it in the beard. Let's see, how many minutes do I have? My God, this is so popular request. How many minutes do we have?
Okay, go.
Ethel?
2 minutes and 20 seconds.
Oh my God, it's impossible. I will try just starting from just a normal sketch with a pencil, just to do a portrait. In here, if it would be beard, I would just use some tiny lines with a masking liquid, but since I don't have time, I will just directly go with a very light mix of Moonglow. So you could see that it's very easy to use. If you ever paint a portrait with a bearded man. First, I would just make it a little bit wet.
With some water.
Yeah, I wet it and just. But imagine, Angela, here, before doing this, some tiny lines of masking liquid, they would look amazing.
So this is hot press paper, isn't it?
It's just some normal viscose paper. It's not some special paper. I used it in my portraits and it looked very beautiful. The effect by itself, only by playing with the darker and lighter tones and mixing it with the masking liquid.
Oh, that looks good, this contrast. Yeah.
It doesn't do that much granulation, but gives a nice effect of the beard.
We cannot see the top of your camera. Yeah.
We'll definitely play next Friday. I'm thinking to do a portrait since I never did portraits in my demos. So I will use this same color, of course, mixed with
Angela,
other colors.
we're gonna give Besnik another just 30
No, I will
seconds,
finish.
and then we'll move on to
That's
you,
fine.
Angela.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay, thanks.
So that's it. As you can see, you already know Moonglow is very beautiful color. Nothing to talk about because everyone understands it. But the reason I chose it is also it's possible to make a beautiful beard effect.
I would never have thought that, but it looks great.
I love the way it separates into two colors almost. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it gives very beautiful mix of two colors.
Yes, Moonglow is very versatile. It's very loved among all the world. So thank you very much.
That's awesome. I thought it was
Yeah,
a
go
bird
ahead,
for a
Tom.
minute. Now
Yeah.
it's a beard.
Yeah, yeah, it's beard.
I love it.
We can come back after everyone has presented. Thank you, Besnik.
Thank you.
Love that.
Over to you, Angela.
Thank you. Thank you, Ethel. Hi, everybody. I'm going to present one of I have many favorite colors, but as I had to choose one, I thought, well, I will choose the Green Apatite Genuine because it's a color that I use a lot. Not exclusively, people think that I only paint greens, but you know that I paint many other colors. But it for some time, it was one of the colors I used a lot. And here I have this painting that I wanted to show you how, because this color is semi-transparent, it is very granulating, as you can see, and it's very light fast, and it's a Primatech. It's a Primatech, so it means that it's mineral. And how it separates, can you see how it separates? It has it's highly granulating, and it can separate between a sort of brown or yellow and green. So I love these textures. This is a painting I haven't shown, and you see how well you can mix it with yellow to give a different tone, like in this case was to indicate, because this color is very good for nature, but it can be used for others. But I like nature or plants or vegetation or flowers. So this was another leaf. And here I think was some turquoise. Yeah, some phthalo turquoise. So you can make it darker by adding a higher value or a darker color. Like in this case, it was phthalo turquoise. Or I like it a lot combined with Luna Black. I have the impression, I cannot remember, but I think that here there is some Luna Black. If not here, I'll show you another painting where I use Luna Black. Here it's a lot of phthalo turquoise. And of course, it's complementary, the reds. Next time, maybe if there is another opportunity, I'll do Pyro Red. So this is one of the paintings I have. But you see that I use it quite a bit. For example, in this one, this is a very fast plein air that I did in near my city, beautiful town. And here the foreground was also done with these green apatite genuine. You see all of these shades, and you can use it with many other colors. I think this is the hematite burnt scarlet genuine. And of course, this is another where I started using it a lot with this landscape. Maybe I put the phone up, yes, so you can see it fully. This was to represent some vineyards, and here definitely there is Luna Black. You can see how dark it becomes when you add some Luna Black, and it stimulates even more the granulation, because that's an effect I want to get. And otherwise I would use another color. You know, and here the yellows also. I have here one of those fields, yellow fields that we have in the spring, again with some green apatite. Here is the cascade green and green apatite for the background mountains. And more examples of the same. This is a landscape in a tropical place. And the trees are also done with these green apatite and some of the greenery here. That's a color I really love. And well, I can show you, I can wet a page and show you a little bit how, if I have a couple of minutes. Do I have a couple of minutes, Ethel?
Yeah, about 40 minutes. Sorry, sorry, 40 seconds.
40 seconds.
I was going to say that's kind of unfair.
Pardon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that the 2 minutes that Besik was going to give me
Just a stroke.
were not going to be.
You know what, Angela? We would watch you for hours.
I know.
We love your stroke, Angela.
Sorry?
We love your stroke, your brush stroke.
Your brush strokes.
Thank you. Just to show you a bit how to use it, because I haven't planned any paintings, but just to show you how.
Yeah, that is the magic of green apatite.
Yes. You see how it runs thicker here and less and more watery.
Your work is incredible, Angela. I just love watching your journey. It's so beautiful.
Thank you. But this is nothing. This is some swatching, but just to get a taste of what the color is like, and then you can always, you know, splash some splashes. I love this brush because it does this so well. My furniture and my clothes are not so happy, but yeah.
It resembles like the avocado green.
Yes,
Fresh
true.
green.
Yeah.
Fresh.
Yeah.
I remember Angela's romantic green. Do you all remember
That's
that?
it. That's
That
it.
session?
Finally we got there. Yeah,
Always romantic with Angela.
exactly. It's me, whatever color. So I don't know if you, I think that the time is up, but just to show
Yeah.
you, I wanted to show you how it divides, how it separates. If you let it dry, it will separate.
That was fun to
Angela,
watch.
Angela, we just have two questions about your brush. Can you just tell us really quick?
Yes, this brush is from Neve, Anders Andersson's liner.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
So we introduced today our follower, Dani. She's from Europe, Russia. Welcome, Dani, and thank you very much for being here with us.
Hi, Letizia. Thank you so much, guys, for having me. I'm super happy to be here with you today and to talk about one of my favorite colors that I use a lot. So my color that I chose is a burnt umber. This is my go-to color, and I love it for many reasons. So first of all, for its ability to go up to super rich dark values. So I find that it can go up to value 9 or even 10. And it can really help me create beautiful, super rich, super dark and creamy mixtures, which I love. Also for the fact that it's semi-transparent, which means it's very translucent. It's always a big plus, a big advantage when mixing with other colors. And moreover, it's beautiful granulation, which is really nice on its own, but really shows beautifully when working with other colors and mixes, which I love. And also for me, particularly, it's super important that this color is low staining, which means that it lifts really well, both while the paint is still wet, like in this swatch. So I was able to remove the edge very smoothly while the paint was still wet. And this is after the paint has already dried. I was still able to lift off some paint, which is super important for me and my work. And this is like just a little tonal value sketch just to show you the abilities of burnt umber to go up to really dark, rich values. So basically, with just this one color, I was able to make this quick thumbnail sketch. So yeah. Another reason why I really like this color is for the way it mixes with blues. I just love every single beautiful color mixture that I can create with burnt umber and any blue. And with cobalt blue, this is basically my go-to color mixture. As you can see, this is just pure black. So if I need to mix a really dark, rich black, I can use this. And also I can go warmer or cooler. So same with French ultramarine. And for cerulean blue, I just love the textures that it creates together with burnt umber. Also Verditor blue and King's Royal blue. And I just love this warm, beautiful halo. So yeah, love this color for that. And also for its versatility. So with this example, I wanted to show you that I can basically make a complete painting with burnt umber mixed in every single hue that's in this picture. So this is a little tiny sketch that I did, but burnt umber is in every single mixture here. So I used just 3 colors for this one: burnt umber, cadmium yellow medium hue, and cobalt blue. So cobalt blue and burnt umber for the skies, and for the foreground and the background, just all 3 of them in different proportions. And you can see those rich darks, juicy darks that I was able to create with these. And also 2 more examples, particularly for the skies. These are my go-to colors that I use all the time for my skies. So this is burnt umber, cobalt blue, lavender, and buff titanium. And also for the grasses as well, grasses, dirt, you name it. And I was able to create some interesting textures over here with burnt umber, cobalt blue, and quinacridone gold this time. So you can see how it creates different granulation effects, which I also really love. And if I have some time, I also wanted to show you 3 more interesting color combinations that I find myself using all the time. So the first one would be a simple mixture of lavender and burnt umber. So if I use a little bit more lavender, I get a warmer kind of neutral gray, and with a little bit more burnt umber, it's giving me a warmer gray. But together they can create some beautiful, nice effects. Okay. Another one is actually, sometimes I find it a little bit more fun to mix burnt umber with quinacridone rose rather than using burnt sienna, because well, it's 2 colors. They're both transparent, and I can actually also play around with how much of each color I'm using, so I can get more pink or more towards the browns. And I just really enjoy this mixture. And the last one would be burnt umber mixed with phthalo blue-green shade, which allows me to create beautiful variations of
That's gorgeous. Oh my
thank
gosh.
you. Turquoise and some warm browns. Sorry. I set a timer for myself to be in time. So yeah.
Thank you, Danny. Thank you very much.
I
Yeah,
put Danny's
thank you so much.
Instagram. Sorry. Go ahead.
Shall we go
Captain.
with Frafu? Captain Frafu
Captain
will show
Trapo,
us
Yeah.
there goes my
Indigo.
timer.
Thank you for allowing me last minute. So this is my 1 stroke 7-minute Indigo. You can see that.
Yeah.
In this painting, shiny water and sea shimmering in the bright summer sun. You can see that. Mostly I used a dry brush technique, and the sky part and mopping with the indigo. Only 1 color and 1 ship is there. Thank you. I don't have another camera, but minimum resources, I just painted this. And few of my work, I just want to show. This is the one sea sketch
Indigo,
I painted.
indigo is a color from India, right?
Indigo, yes. No, not India. This is the Daniel Smith Indigo.
I know. But in Jaipur, there was a lot of indigo.
Oh, but this is you can see this ultramarine and cobalt blue. and remaining different. And similar, the sailing boat, you can see the water. And lastly, yesterday I painted this one, the silver. You can see this.
The mountains are indigo? No.
Thank you. This is all mixed. Thank you very much, everyone. I hope you enjoy.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prafu.
Bravo.
Thank you.
Okay.
So I messaged Letitia. I know today we have extra time now, about 15 minutes, 18. So we're gonna call in Besnick and then Angela.
Yes. Okay.
Yay.
Wow, fantastic.
Fabulous.
I am on.
Yes.
Yes.
I just did a little bit of playing, nothing special, just to see the effects. I really love this color, so
So did you use, show us is it a fun brush that you used to make? Yes. Look how beautiful. What a beautiful effect for the beard.
yeah. Like this, for example, it's very easy. You already seen it. And in here, I will show you something else I did with Moonglow, just very fast, like nothing special, just to see the effect of that. Beautiful Moonglow. Just some abstract thing here. I hope next Friday I will have more time. I am thinking to do a portrait, definitely. So we'll try to use the same technique.
Thank you, Besnick.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ethel. Today I went near, well, somewhere in my city, and there was a big field of wheat with lots of poppies. And so I thought of representing a little bit the field of wheat that was very green. It is maybe a different green, but this I thought I would represent a little bit, you know, the wheat, and especially the poppies. The poppies were wonderful. So it's not exactly green now, but green combined with this red. This is spiral red, and well, and the green and the yellow was like the sun. The sun, it was very shiny today. It was very bright. So it's like an atmosphere of the poppy field. And the green, the green apatite, as it separates so much, it creates beautiful textures. For the darker parts, they were in the field, and the lighter parts. So I like to represent it like this.
Angela, which was your yellow?
The yellow is, I think, Hansa yellow medium. I think. I'm not sure because it's in my palette. You see, it's here in my palette. So I think I put a Hansa yellow medium, or else, or maybe, no, I think it's Hansa yellow medium. Yes, very bright. Yeah, there might be some also cascade green here in the middle, but these points, these like dark, I think the camera shows very much the dark points. This is just green apatite genuine because it's a mineral and a semi-transparent color. I think that helps a lot to make these effects and these granulations. Some parts of the color settle because the minerals, as you know, are not pure. They have a lot of other elements, and when these settle, they help create the granulation. And this paper, this is hot pressed, so it enhances this effect even more. And as soon as you start moving your paper, it like drags these particles, you see. So, and they mix beautifully with the reds and with any other colors. It's a very versatile color. I don't know if you've tried it, but it would be nice if you do try it.
Angela, that's like your signature color, like those red poppies. That's so you.
Yes, yes, maybe. I got such a lot of beautiful, beautiful photos. When they dry a little bit more, I can maybe, I don't know if I can do that now, but maybe draw some lines of the petals.
You're good with time, Angela.
What do you mean? That my time is up?
Yeah, you can carry on. Another 3 minutes, and then we're gonna call Buffy.
Yes, okay. Thank you. So, do you get also these poppies with the wheat? Because I think that in the States there's a lot of wheat, isn't there?
Where I live, I don't ever see poppies.
No?
I live in Idaho/Utah, and we don't have poppies here, so they're very special. I mean, we do, but you have to plant them.
Oh, you have to plant them.
Yeah, they don't really grow in the wild as much.
They are absolutely everywhere in the field. They are in the middle of all the.
I agree with Angela. In Rome, there are a lot of fields full of poppies now because they grow in May and June. So you can see poppy and corn and some flower too. So you see fields of red and then you see yellow and then all over the green. So very beautiful. So poppy are really lovely subject painted also by the Impressionists since last century.
Exactly.
My first time seeing poppies in the wild was in Italy.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
yes, you can find them.
Yes. There's no way you can avoid them because I mean the field there are maybe not as much maybe not as many wheat stems as poppies, but almost. There are so many. I'll show you a photo someday.
So again, the poppy is painted with pyro red.
Yes, that is my other option. Was my second option, the pyro red, and it's
Which is your black thing in the center of the poppy? It's lunar black or another color?
no. In this case, it's lunar black. And actually, I should. There is a white part, a light part, so I should get rid of some of the black because there is a light part in the center of the poppy, so you can scratch a little. Okay?
Good, very good.
Does it look like a poppy?
Yes, of course.
Good.
Also, the
Angela,
other two little flowers on the top and on the right, they are look like
Here
poppy.
and some there.
Yes.
Yes, they need a stem maybe. Mm-hmm. But you can make it. You can work it out, right?
Yeah. It's so delicate.
What color are you using in the center?
This one. Which
Yeah.
one? Here.
In the center of the poppy.
No, I removed the paint.
Okay.
It
Well,
was
the
lunar
black, the dark color.
The dark color is lunar black.
Lunar black.
Yes.
Love it.
Not
you
much.
probably
Not a
mixed
lot
the
of paint.
greens and reds to get black also.
Not a big amount because I didn't want to have the huge granulation here in the middle. It was not about granulation here, but just sometimes it's nice to scratch the paper to get some lines. If you cannot recover them because it's too dry, then you can scratch with the cutter. I think it works better with cold pressed. But you get the idea, which is the important thing, the idea of a poppy, and it's still alive, so it's still moving. And here the colors are still mixing. So it's a spring field. Spring
Thank
scene.
you, Angela.
Thank you.
Now back to
Thank you.
Buffy.
Okay.
Buffy painting a tree. We see some branches.
Yeah, I had a painting. Had done the background, but in a demo, but I never had done the tree. It was one of those where you know, cut to the new one while this one was drying. So I thought I could use these colors to really quick put in a tree.
So it's again transparent red oxide on all this green.
Yes, so this background was a transparent red oxide, just really watered down and poured and splattered and salt and all that. And now I'm just going to do the tree because I just never got to it during that demo. Let's see.
Buffy, what's your brush?
Oh my gosh, it's my new obsession.
Don't start on that. Don't start on the brush.
Oh, okay.
No, sorry. It was an ironic because I know that you love the brush.
Oh, I
Tell
love
us all about it. Tell us all about
it. It's by Rosemary and
Very
Company.
big.
And it was designed by Paul Weaver. It's his freestyle brush. And I just can't believe how I can paint from this big giant wash all the way to the littlest of branches, littlest of details.
Did you say it was a rosemary brush?
It's a Rosemary and Company brush, and it's called the Paul Weaver Freestyle.
Okay.
And that beautiful cherry blossom one that I did all of this wet and wet on wet, and then I did this little tiny thing with the tip of this giant brush. Look at this.
fantastic brush. Fantastic brush.
I love it when brushes are designed by the artists because the artist knows what they need, right? And then you get the benefit that many artists, you know, kind of paint alike or similar, and so you get the benefit, like Michael Solyev's brushes, right? They're amazing. So, but I just love that you can kind of hold it up at the end, all the way at the end of the brush, and get some neat calligraphy or sgraffito marks. Let's do some of that.
Calligraphy branches.
Yes, yes. And then we can bring in a little bit more green. So all these colors have the transparent red oxide mixed into it. Might as well get some leaves, right? What a fun brush, though.
It handles really nice.
You know, and it feels like, I don't know, it just feels it feels like it will automatically loosen you up. So if you're trying to become more loose in your watercolor, more stylized, and you want to free up, you know, just paint more romantically like Angela, you know, you grab the biggest brush you have and just give it a try. And so my last two demos, I only used this brush, and it was very rewarding to do it that way. I liked it a lot. Let's go in some indigo, get some deep dark real quick. I didn't know I was going to work on this, so
Well,
just
Buffy, I love your romantic tree.
thank you. You know what, Angela, just for saying that, I'm going to do something really quick. And
Are you
then
going to put red in there?
I'm gonna, where is it? Oh, we're on a time limit. Let's see. I will use an aqua handled brush. No. Okay. It's a romantic tree, so I'm gonna write Angela.
Oh,
the
really?
tree.
Oh, wow.
Look it.
Oh.
Somebody behind.
Aw.
Oh, you have to write the other person's name now.
Okay, so who is your love, Angela?
Maybe it's the tree.
It's Sorry?
Maybe it's just the tree she's in love with. It's the romance.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I'll put some extra O's there. And then lastly, I'm just going to put in a quick little dollop of the red iron oxide so you can see how powerful it is. Look at that. Isn't that amazing?
It becomes alive.
Yeah. It just really, really can.
So much has been achieved for a few minutes, Buffy.
Yeah, I'm out. Thank you for letting me share, guys.
Thank you for sharing, Buffy. It's amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow. Yeah.
And
There,
water. Oh, very good. This last spray.
It's growing.
yeah.
Yeah, because transparent red oxide has many features, so it can be very soft, very transparent. So
Yes.
you can play with other colors. So really very
Very
useful.
versatile color.
Hold on, let me shorten it to look it. There's your name.
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
I can do a carousel. Maybe. Let's see the webcam. So we have again Bernick.
Yeah, we have about 2-3 minutes left.
Yes, Angela.
This is another one. I just printed.
Raffles.
Yeah, just now.
You just did
4 minutes. Yeah, you can see this.
These are our suggestions for
Palette.
today.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much for watching.
Thank you, everybody, for
sharing.
Please don't miss tomorrow's session. We will have a returning guest artist.
Thank
She's
you,
with us
Jill.
today,
Thank
Sylvia.
Sylvia tomorrow.
Letty.
Yes.
Angela. Very pretty good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Beautiful guys.
Thank you. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, Sylvia.
Bye. Bye.
See you
Bye.
all tomorrow.
Bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
Danny, for
Thank you very
joining
much.
us.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.